Okay, good morning. We are going to start with question number 4, how to find the systolic blood pressure of, I don't know, I think it's men. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to copy my calculations. And the formulas are written right here for you, right? Values, X is your data set. Mean, how do you find the mean? That's also the average. These here will help you get this calculation is your variance. This calculation here, square root of variance, will give you your standard deviation. So maybe we just should put that in there. Variance, and then here it'll be standard deviation. Now if you don't know how to enter these signs in there, just, write them down on paper and you'll be fine. The point is that you know the formula so that you can get the answer. So we are going to enter our data set in values number X. You can put it anywhere in your Excel sheet, it doesn't matter. Here we have our value set, or our data set, and it's already sorted for us, so that'll make everything easier. So just enter them down, make sure you do it correctly. You don't want transposed numbers to ruin your calculations. I do this for myself, but if you're starting at 1, you don't need to. My data values are 1. How many do I have? I think it's 10. It'll be apparent later, not right now. But this is how I do it. Now, before I even start, I'm just going to tell Excel that I need a little help, and I want to make sure that my calculations are correct. So select an empty box. Here it is. Data set. We're going to go to data. And we're going to go to data analysis. And it's going to give you a tool that tells you what do you want to do. Well, our covariance is right here. And our descriptive statistics are here. And that's going to give us all our values in these formulas. But we need the formulas to show our work. So let's click that. And you're going to get this pop-up screen. You're going to select values, and it's asking you, hey, what am I computing? Well, our data set. So click on your very first value, left click, hold, scroll down, enter. Now if you clicked on the column and you got labels, you can click here and tell the computer, hey, my first row is a label. But we didn't do that. So we're going to not click that. Making sure I didn't ruin my formula. No, it's fine. Now you're going to see that you have an output range. And what that means is Excel is asking us, yo, where do you want me to show you all the answers? Anywhere is fine. I chose here. Click on that cell, hit enter, and then it's there for you. Now what we're asking is for summary statistics, and that means I want all the answers. I want to know the mean, and the median, and the mode, and the standard deviation, and blah, 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 blah. Click on there, hit OK. It's going to overwrite existing data. Oops, that means that it's going to need more than one column. And it's fine, I don't care. Hit OK. Oh, it just overwrote my values, but now I know there's 10, so it doesn't matter. So here it is. Here's our mean. Here is our standard deviation, and I'm just going to highlight them so we can reference them later. Highlight any color. Mean is yellow. Standard be blue. We'll make you, why not green? And then, what else did I need to know? Oh, here, sample variance. And those are the numbers that we are looking for to find our coefficient variance. Yeah. So now let's show our work. You can definitely show your work on Excel. So here we've already set it up, right? Step 1, you need to find the mean. Well, the formula for that is equal sign, mean is average, parentheses, left click data value and hold the left click, scroll all the way down, okay, close the parentheses and hit enter, and here's our mean. Well, let's make sure that we have the correct answer. Here is our mean formula, here is our mean answer, and the formula that we entered and the answer that we got are correct, so now we know that we have the correct formula that shows our work to do this. Now, mean minus x, that's step 2 to find the variance. Mean minus x is here mean, here's x. The formula is equal sign, mean, highlight that cell, it's going to give you D75 or the cell number, cell location on the spreadsheet, minus x, enter. Oh, it gave you the answer. So now we're going to do that for every single cell. Now this is how we're showing our work, because if you click the cell, you're not going to get the answer like if I enter it here. See, here you get a number, but here I have the number as my answer, and here I have my formula. And that's how you tell your professor, I did the work, and I know how to use Excel. Give me an A. So let's continue. Mean minus number, enter, equal. Select the cell. The dash button on your number keypad, that's the minus sign. Equal, mean, minus, cell. Equal, mean, minus, cell. Equal, mean, minus, cell. There you go. How do you find the mean? Equal, minus, cell, equal, subtract the mean from your data set, and those are your answers. So what are we doing next? Now we have this, and we need to square it. Well, how do we do that? Boop, boop, boop. This little up arrow means squared. So if you were to take your calculator and hit 31.6 and square it, it would give you an answer. And let's see what our answer is. This is how you square things in Excel. You hit the equal sign. The cell that you want to have squared, in this case it's E75. It's going to square the answer, 31.6. I suggest that you do not enter 31.6. Instead, enter the cell that already has the formula. Because when you go into a different formula that requires the answer to mean minus x, then the Excel already has all those formulas and it's going to push it out for you. Also, the less that you have to type numbers, the less likely you are to make a mistake. Now, how do you get that little up arrow? Look at your keyboard. Hit the shift sign and it should be number 6. And that gives you that up arrow. And we want to square it by 2. And that is our answer. So now, again, highlight that, shift number 6 and 2. We're telling Excel, please square this answer for me because I don't want to do it. Is there a faster way to do it? Yes, but I'm not going to show you how to do that because you might screw it up and you won't even know where your answer went wrong, where your calculations went wrong. So instead of worrying about going fast, worry about getting it right. Now, if you want to do this calculation on paper or with your handy dandy calculator, go for it. Check your own work. Sometimes I get it wrong and I have to do that and read it. But the more you practice on Excel, the less calculator you have to do, and you will join the 20th century and be an amazing part of humanity. Here, now, it's asking step 4 that you want to find the variance. And we need to find the variance because we need to square the variance in order to find our standard deviation. So what does that calculation even mean? It's just telling you the summation of x minus x bar squared, this is actually x bar squared, will give you your variance. Let's see if I'm right. Here, you're going to go home, and you're going to enter, oh snaps, look at that, it has the same symbol. So now you know that if you click that, it'll automatically add everything up for you, and it will appear your answer or your total in the selected cell. So let's just click that. Oh, look at that. It highlighted everything for us. It gave us the equation. It gave us the cell value number, and then you're going to hit enter. And your answer is 3,118.4. Now let's say you want to have more decimal places beyond that. Well, up here, you can do that and say, hey, Excel, could you please reduce it? Could you please increase it? Yeah, we can do whatever we want because you know how to use Excel. Now we're going to find the variance, and that's here. And that's our answer here. So we're just going to move it over to 3118.40. I don't know why it got so big. But now step 5 is what? The summation here of variance divided by n minus 1. What is n? N is the same as x, is the same as f. Crazy, right? This whole book, they're telling you to do the same thing with different letters. See here? Fx. Fx is doing the same thing. Once you practice enough, you'll be like, oh, why don't they just make it universal? Because then you wouldn't have to go to college to figure that out. So anyway, let's go back. 3118.40 divided by n minus 1. This is n minus 1. Earlier we said it was 10. So we're going to divide by, 9. So there you go. That's your formula. Now I wrote it up here because I'm showing my work. But my formula calculation is down in the totals. So we're going to hit equal the cell divided by 9, enter. Oh, now we have a variance. Well, didn't we calculate the variance earlier? Yeah, 346.489. Well, where's that? Right here. That's our sample variance. 346.889. Boom. Now, do you want it to match that? Just enter more decimal places, and it'll quantify it for you.